Oh, how do you know this stuff about them? You didn't think these are the first Kashtari runes that I've explored. Or, and I spent decades studying their works. It's me. I've seen entire halls sealed in, filled with their dead still huddled in beds, killed by something, for all their knowledge they couldn't even understand. Killed in their beds. Hmm. How do you know it was something they couldn't understand? What if they were huddled in beds? And what's the chance that they were just killed in their ever so powerful sleep? Hmm. One, this place isn't as long as I thought. It felt much longer. Horsey, the true hero. Yeah, but he sound like here comes the laser. But it's getting my teeth. Yeah, no. That's too powerful to block. Hmm. Oak shield. Hmm. A lot better. Elemental lightning. Kastari Ranger's armband. Increases range damage and accuracy. Hmm. An intricate metal armband that may have been the mark of an ancient Kashtari Ranger. Kashtari Relic, which empowers spells with extra-dimensional magic. 11 extra damage. Horsey would actually be great to send away right now. Kind of wish... Oh, could do that. Hmm. Jesus. The Guardians of once gods, not actually that bad for a pirate dagger. Awesome. I do feel this game could do with a loot nearby item button, because, like, say if someone gets stuck in terrain, you now can't click on it and loot it. So that would be handy. Okay, for a boss, he's got some pitiful loot. He's kind of dramatic, you know? So I was just expecting more. It's nice the currency hasn't changed. That or the mint has been sending new coins out to him. Oh yeah. This is comical, folks. This is really sad. Like, literally, the only move he has that makes me worry is the laser. That is literally the only move that makes me worry. It's also the only one I can't block with the quick strike, and it's his hardest hitting move. So it's just like, if he doesn't do that, I have literally nothing to fear. He's also apparently very vocal, and probably has covered me a few times here. Contains the essence of an otherworldly phantom from the world that was not a world, believed to hold some measure of an evil intelligence. Contains the essence of an extra-dimensional worm that once burrowed beneath the surface of an unknown world. I was worried, oh god, that my health dropped so low. It was his. You know what? I don't think the ancients were that much. You know, if this is The Aetherite Guardian. You know what? I think the other guy just bought into their PR. I think that's all it is. He's just like, oh yeah, the Ancients are so awesome. Who told me? The Ancients. I was like the first time I came here was, oh god, this is intimidating, this is scary. He's fucking nothing. I'm here at his ankles, stabbing him to death with a fucking pirate's dagger. Orsi isn't even getting nervous. The guy can't even hurt me. I put my anti-magic gear on, which considers of a bandit's hood and a pirate's coat. And I'm immune to him. Oh, and a wooden shield. There's a bit of spruce here. I'm gonna spruce this place up. My god. Careful, I'm brandishing some spruce. Should I leave it at this? I think there's like one other bit of gear he can drop. Jesus. It says helping to repel spells cast against you, but this doesn't do any of that. This does, but that doesn't. So it's a little obnoxious. Okay, this can be made, so I can skip getting it. Literally the only things I'm looking for are this and this. I can buy this, it's not that expensive, so it's literally these two. Because I have no idea if anyone else drops them. Yeah, hey, Horsey, take some of the failures loot. I'll hold on to that. Hold on to that, because I'm nearly at the next defense rank. Though, to be honest... Can I be honest with you folks? It's starting to look like I could fucking AFK farm this guy. Just leave my character here, use Auto Retaliate, and just kill him that way. I can accept Spellslinger's hood. For all my laughing here, that OCD is still really bugging me. It's like, I thought the thing landed on me, and now it's like, did not? Like, fucking moths. You know what? Why even bother shielding? Full offense, baby. Sure, I accept. Kinda wish this had a keyboard shortcut. Wow, you did some damage. Try again next life. I'm really growing tired of this grinding. We'll move on. I'm sorry, I can only kill a guy, brutalize a guy so much. Huh. Weird. If this portal stays up, it'll be a very easy way to farm him. A real Grimoire of the Ancients. It feels disturbingly alive. I'm surprised it didn't bring me closer. No, not that surprised, really. I grow impatient, Warrior Crest. Are you done rummaging around the ruins? The temple's guardian is felled, many times over. The Grimoire is yours. Perfect. Only one thing now remains in order to reveal the traitorous woman to me. Must perform the scrying itself to unveil Aurora. But not here. Across the pond east remains a Kashtari stone circle, place dedicated for ritual spells. Meet me there and we may begin. Oh, I forgot to read the cutscene that was first here. So I guess you'll just have to read it yourself. In my mind, I could hear the book whispering. Hmm. Getting books here instead. Weird, because for a lot of it, they just, made the spells built in. Also, I have been thinking about, remember I was saying about like how easy it is to get around the game, teleports everywhere. There is something like that in RuneScape. I'm always talking about old school RuneScape as I have no real connection to the modern RuneScape. Um, there is something like that in RuneScape, the fairy circles, but it's hidden behind layer upon layer of quests. Um, the Lost City quest, I think. No, I think that's a different one. Basically, the quests to unlock the fairy circles is, I won't say kind of deep in, and then to unlock further ones is further quests. I think you get like, well, you unlock a fair few for just unlocking the city. Then you have to do a follow-up quest to unlock more of them. Then, as to unlock, specialty ones like the ones in the new continent, you have to do further stuff. I know before you had to pay a guy a fair chunk of cash. I do believe. I think they've removed that cost and refunded it, but it's hazy. But yeah, there's typically additional costs and things for it. Sorry, I'm feeling really off. Um, um, yeah, basically, you by unlocking the city, you unlock a fair number of fairy circles. Then you unlock more of them through a follow-up quest. Then you unlock more of them through maybe doing particular quests or minor objectives, like just paying a dude. I've never gotten to use them, um, but they are all over the place and would really open up the game when you get them. But I've never used them, so I can never comment on them. They aren't as straightforward as the ones here. When you do go to use them, from what I've seen on the wiki, you have to enter in some code to each one, and that sends you to it. It's not just simply like a list, like here, like teleport to this house or that house. It's a like random bit of gibberish you have to type in to be sent to the one you want. You typo, you send somewhere else. I don't think there's a cooldown, but still. The staff the staff said to have struck down the false king Desrin Atraim. There's a sense of an inexplicable, eerie presence within its orb. 20 accuracy, 2 spell damage. It's only level 5 staff. Would be surprised if someone was selling it. You're here. Good. I'll require your assistance while you use the Grimoire of True Sight to scribe beyond Alora's defenses. This stone ring is more of the Kashari remnants. Indeed, this was one of the circles of divination, specifically created for demanding ritual spells such that the Grimoires often demand. What must I do? Channeling the Grimoire's magic is going to require my full attention. While I do so, I'll be vulnerable and in need of your protection. From what? Of that, I am not entirely clear. The Grimoire breaks beyond what the Kashari call the curtain of Aetherlight, the world between all worlds. The writings also mention an entity within the domain of the Aetherlight. An entity? Like I said, it is not clear. Maybe the ancient Kashari did not fully understand the curtain either. Only that something within it resisted whenever their magic pierced through it. Be prepared for anything. Whatever you do, my focus must not be interrupted. So I don't care if demon overlords themselves begin pouring in. Do whatever it takes to keep them away from me. I lay my staff on the carpet here, alongside disruptive Kishtari spell bombs I looted from the ruins. You'll not be facing this Aether-like entity defenseless. You let me use your staff? The staff is not a gift, Lord Aircrest. I should grant you temporary authority over it, but the staff is familiar serving its one true master. You may find it has something of a will of its own should you try to employ it without my blessing. So, an entity from within the curtain. Seems a little vague. It's as much as I ever came across in ancient writings. When the Kestari discovered varying dimensions of existence, they learned that those were separated by a world that was not quite a world between worlds. The curtain of Aetheroid. It may be that they never fully understood it either. From what I gathered, it's a place that can neither be seen nor entered, but one must pass through it in order to pass between the worlds. To pass between the different worlds. But every time you push through it, something within it resists. Something that is hard to define. Perhaps not quite a creature, but certainly more than a mere force of nature. I'm ready to begin. Whatever happens, my channeling must not be disrupted. Use my staff if you have to. Won't matter whether there are wolves or bears or an immortal interdimensional monster. It's all the same. Brace yourself, Lord Aircrest. It's time I begin. I think he goes too fast, and I can't read it here. The new staff and orb used. Useless, Orcus. I'll deal with these spirits myself if descrying. That's. What were those things? Besides what I warned you about, the entity of Aetheroid. What it is exactly is of no consequence. All that matters, once they appear, you'll blow the apparitions into oblivion. Okay. Okay, this isn't too bad. It's tower defense. Just I didn't think they came close enough to be an issue. Thank God he finished, because these orbs didn't work. Gabriel stands still in brooding silence. The apparitions have dispersed. You hear only the wind. Is that it? Is it done? Yes, I see her now. I see it all. Gabriel's channels magic through your eyes. Visions begin to fill your skull. Then he suddenly shows my bedroom. I trust you all to be familiar with the witches of the Silver Mirror Fen, Lord Aircrest. Hateful hags attracted to black magic like corpse flies to a battlefield, terrorized the marshes east of Thornhill for centuries. Folklore would have you believe there's only ever been one true immortal witch. But in truth, there have been many over the centuries. At times, she's been an entire coven. Some time back, it appears the previous witch came into contact with none other than my beloved ex-companion, or Mevrin. The two quarreled, or slaughtered the witch and decided to adopt her identity. Clever disguise, I suppose. Coincidentally, she also rescued a young druid, befallen under the previous witch's captivity, Aaron Oakenthorn. Curious, the two of them came to develop a rather close bond. I wonder, does Aurora not know? Love can hurt, literally. Oh, Aurora thought that she could turn on me, and when she failed, she thought she could run and hide from me. This time she understood how wrong she was. You've been a decent servant to me thus far, Lord Aircrest. Once we are through with this, I promise you will have to hear my voice no longer. For now, I wish to act as my hand in carrying out vengeance against Aurora. Travel to the city of Thornhill and look for this man of hers, Aaron Oakenthorn. In the wake of a recent plague, the young Drew took on the role of noble healer and herbalist within the city. How quaint indeed. Pay him a surprise visit. He and Aurora maintain contact somehow through magic. Use this connection, Lord Aircrest, and slay Aaron before her very eyes. Those visions you showed me, what were they? They were of the Silver Mirror Fen, a notorious swampy terrain east of Thornhill, long served as the home of fierce degenerates and the Silver Mirror witches. Now it seems the witch has become none other than the very woman we seek. Who is this lad Aaron, and why kill him? Young druid Aurora came to rescue, as she vanquished the witch of the swamp and assumed her role. According to my visions, two developed an intimate bond. Who the druid is doesn't really matter, only that Aurora cares for him. You kill this man only to hurt Aurora? Oh no, Oh no, you will do the killing, remember? In any case, I will do far worse. You can rest assured of that. I may have no choice in obeying you, but your task is most vile. Oh, I'm sorry. Does this not sit well with your sense of honor? Were you perhaps expecting Aurora and I to sort our differences out in a noble duel, Perhaps you'd like us to sit down and talk about the good old days we shared, to shake hands and embrace. There was once a time I acted with honor like you, Lord Aircrest. It brought me naught but misery. Silver Mirror Witches. A long line of witches is native to the swamp, always feared and hated by the people of Thornhill. But there's not much more I know of them. Their ambitions were never grand. They prefer to revel in their own depravity, in the quiet seclusion of the swamp, such as I understand. How do we get to Thornhill from here? You stop yourself short of asking. As past rule of Imbertale, we record the major roads leading northwest of Haywind will eventually take you to Thornhill. I must obey. Oh, Lord Aircrest, do try to make him suffer. I may have voiced through your travels ley lines of ancient magic connected to this place. I may tap into them and connect you to an ancient portal network. This made me think. Actually, I thought of the. Yes. I thought of the fairy rings of the other game previously, but this helped remind me. This seems dramatic. Oh, it's nothing much. You may now unlock ancient portals across the world and may access Thornhill City. Shiver to think of what it might really be, the entity that haunts the curtain of Aetherlight. Awesome. So now we can unlock a secondary fast travel network. We'll worry about that later. I wanted to see Thornhill. I didn't realize I could just port back. Said all roads, major roads lead there, but it's literally just this dirt path. There's more major roads. No, they're not even. Anyway, there's not really roads connecting here, damn it. I explored that during the before that was a thing. Once I get my alchemy to 28, I could make money by just making those potions. So I could even go to the same grove that I get my no. God, that's a homing boulder. I could even go to the same grove I get the willow from, and just farm it there. Excuse me. The one flower stacks like to 10 or something, while the other flower stacks to well, it doesn't stack at all. So I could try and make money through that, because it is like 800 a potion, so or something like that. I could make money through that. It seems like it could be a better option than the other one, which is contingent on me getting orbs, which are either made through inefficient processes or through rare, a 1 in 30 drop. Going to a plant, pulling up 2 flowers, going up to another plant, pulling out a flower, and just keep doing this ad nauseum is a lot quicker. Then again, this requires 10 daisies and 3 sunflowers. That is a lot weaker. Like, than I thought. I thought it was gonna be less. But that's... No, I can see why it costs so much. So, yeah. Yeah, that's much worse. 10 flowers, 3 of those other things. It's not as nice as I thought it was, basically. I was thinking it could be 4 flowers. 1 flower, ooh, wouldn't that be lovely? It would never have been that, but I was hoping it would be more like 4. And if one or the other or something, but that is mean. It is a good potion, heals 40. So, I can see, and it goes for so much, you can see why it's like that, but Still, if I spent an hour there, I would easily get many times 10 flowers. Many times, what was it? 3 of the others. I'd get many times that. So, if I spent 2 hours there, 3 hours there, I would easily make probably more than more than that 30 grand. Because didn't each of those hats go for like 600, with an exceptional going for like 7, 8? If each of these potions sold at the exceptional's price, that'll be insane. So, yeah. Even at this amount, it's still good money. It's just a bit more work to it. If you're to complain about the Lord Mayor, I'll have to drag you to the dungeons. Far too many smart mouths these days. People gotta learn to be content with their lot. Is the weather always so terrible around here? Ha, usually it's worse. Down in Heya when they get pampered by those hydropore magi, clear the clouds for 'em. No such luck here, traveller. Does the city seem a bit gloomy? Didn't hear about the blistering plague? Nasty disease has only now begun to release its grip on our city. Think getting rid of its sickness would be the cause of celebration, but nah. Folk on the street are angrier than usual. Do they have reason to be? I guess they're a bit mad about our good Lord Mayor locking himself in, abandoning the city to its fate, or some such nonsense. I mean, what was he supposed to do anyway? I'm looking for a healer named Aaron. Yeah, I heard of that twerp. Has the shack in Motherside, northeastern district of the city, next to the docks. Thank you. No loitering. Halt, traveller. State your business in Thornhill. Doesn't take kindly to vagrants wandering the streets. I'm looking for a healer, goes by the name of Aaron. Why, you ain't sick, are you? You look a bit too pale for my liking. Maybe I should gut you where you stand for trying to bring disease into a city. Thornhill will only just survive one plague. I'm not here for healing. I have other business to settle. Is that so? What other business might you have with a healer? Supplies, of course. I'll need to inspect that. I only carry simple healing potions. What? See? A mild healing potion. Ah, well, what do I know about healing anyway? Let the man through. Thanks. Thank you, undead. They're why I have potions at all. Hey, traveler, you're part of the Preservation Society, too? Could you give me a hand? What do you need? Fixing up this old sign, but I need a hammer to finish the job. Could you grab me one from the general store? Know what I like about Thornhill? Doesn't have to deal with countryside hicks around here. Don't have to deal with countryside hicks around here. Iron hatchet, iron pick. Iron hatchet, buy one. Buy a hammer. Ah, perfect. Thanks. We appreciate it. Thornhill Preservation Society. Sir Ames Varrington. Sir Ames. What's that the name of one of the knights in RuneScape? No. There was a Sir Amic Vars. There's one close. It's Ceramic Vase. Sir Ames Varrington. There's some of the same sounds, but yeah, no, not quite. Welcome to the Regal Society for the Preservation of Imbertale's History and Relics, often simply called the Preservation Society. I'm Sir Ames Barrington, the curator in this house. What is it you do exactly? Imbertale is often considered a rough, remote, and perhaps even backwater land. With much history buried here, many secrets, and a lot of them quite valuable indeed. Alas, there are always looters about, those who would plunder invaluable historical relics for their own their own personal gain, simply to sell them off to the black market buyers, sometimes making them lost forever. Thus, here at the Preservation Society, we aim to acquire relics of great importance and value, preserve and protect them, of course. So there's more work to be done in this field. I wonder, could you be persuaded to take on such tasks? Sure, if there's gold in it. Indeed, we're perfectly willing to make adequate compensations to our effective contractors. However, before we discuss the finer details of our work, I must ask that you sign a contract at the desk. Talk to me again once you sign the details. Contract? What's that needed for? Oh, you know, it's all quite boring and bureaucratic. A simple paper needed to ensure that all parties are in agreement is everything done perfectly legally. But you haven't told me what I'm agreeing to. Ah, yes. Well, the nature of our task requires the utmost sensitivity and discretion. We can only really discuss this once we have your signature. But I assure you this is all perfectly legal, and you've nothing to worry about. Remember, the pay is good. I can always kill him later. Most excellent. I eagerly wait your signature. Read. I think it was some effect in RuneScape. I'm sorry, I'm always mentally comparing it. The signatory hereby agrees that they shall be procuring relics of historical importance for the benefit of Thornhill's Regal Society for the preservation of Imbertale's history and relics, shall bear equal responsibility in the event that any accusations of potential misconduct should arise. If this is literally it, we're getting relics for such a crowd, and if any accusations come up, we're bearing equal responsibility. It's actually not screwing me at all, as far as I can say. Rotariator Crest. I've sent the papers. Ah, excellent, excellent. Well then, that means you're ready to take on our challenges. Now, locating historical relics isn't too much the problem for us. In fact, Thornhill is stocked full of them, all stored within the catacombs that run beneath the city, yes? But we're having trouble with the caretaker, Elendal. Doesn't want us protecting relics within the tombs, saying they're best left lying where they are. Well, we disagree on that. Ah, so the misconduct would be that in reality we're stealing them for thieves, and we're agreeing that we'll take equal responsibility, even though we're being manipulated the whole way through. Hold on, this sounds an awful lot like grave robbing to me. No, 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 not at all. I assure you this is perfectly legal. See, right now, all those relics are in fact in danger of being stolen. We want to prevent that by retrieving them first. We act with the Lord Mayor's blessing, I assure you. The caretaker opposes you? Indeed, ultimately he holds all the keys to various crypts and he refused to lend them to us. It's quite difficult to get behind all those locked doors without the keys, you know. So what do you need from me? Well, the artifact we'd like you to retrieve for us is none other than the legendary cape of our city's very founder, Samuel Thorn. I've seen that name crop up before, Thorn. Not many today remember him. His tomb is one of the oldest within the catacombs. With that said, since the caretaker refused to hand over the keys, you'll have to find an alternative way. Might I suggest turning to the locksmith of our city? He ought to hold spare copies of all the keys. Perhaps you'll find him more amicable than the caretaker. Where does he reside? Small workshop within the so-called Broken Cliff, just north of the marketplace. Let's see what I can do. My eyes are stinging like a bastard. Thank you for your help. Do I really have to have them all to 25? Same kind of design as the previous place. Yeah, seems like there's an entrance exam here. Ah, you must be a newcomer here. Welcome to Thornhill's Academy of Masters. I am Headmaster Trevelyan. Let's get the formalities out of the way. I presume you come seeking knowledge. Must warn you, we do not let just anybody study here. There are standards that must be met. Academy of Masters. You must ask. This is only most esteemed, most prestigious, the most venerated and revered centre of learning in all the upper woodlands of Emberdale. I'm aware that the upstarts in the city of Heya once have started their own college, if one can call it such. Here in Thornhill, at least we're aware tradition in learning counts for something. I'm worthy of any knowledge you can offer. So you say, but here in these prestigious halls I cannot simply take your word for it. First, I must hear a recommendation from each of my masters to establish a baseline. Do you submit yourself to their examination? Sure, why not? This will take just a moment. I shall summon all of Thornhill's masters to our garden outside. This is a bit grand for an individual person. There's someone to assess your skills. Indeed, Quite so, quite so. Is he, though? But isn't he? One might hope. Of some skills. Regretfully, some of our instructors have demanded that you're simply not ready for the kind of advanced learning we offer here at the Academy of Masters. One, two. Feels bad. I sense, however, that within you resides qualities of persistence and perseverance. Those are highly valued attributes by us here at the Academy. Continue to work on yourself and may yet pass our strict standards for excellence. Yeah, you need 25 in them all. I have attack, defense, smithing, and that's it, actually. I'm halfway through 24. Magic and archery are falling quite behind. Fishing's at 18, cooking's at 14, alchemy's 21, crafting and tailoring are 23. It's me on about halfway through each. Mining's halfway through 22. So, shouldn't take too much more to ding, you know? In all the relevant, in some of them, these two are going to take the longest. This, like, I'm sure I could blitz up by just simply running all the fish I have to a stove and back, you know? If I do that enough, I'll level up, but, yeah. Remember that OCD thing I mentioned earlier? Still bugging the piss out of me. It's terrified me since I remembered. It's like, oh, you know, oh hell, I messed up. And it's just gone, left my head. You may think I could just go wipe it and be done with it. But I have a saying, one mistake leads to 20 more. You know, you hit off something, then you hit off something else, and something else, and something else, and something else, and you end up running around cracked. So it's just like having to wipe my clothes down. You know, not really a fan of it. So yeah. Here's silver-hair bows. That's where you sell the reinforced bow to. So you run outside the city, grab a bow, run it back in, and you make like 2 grand. And you can do this once an hour. But again, I argue that it's better off chopping those trees, getting that wool. You do that for like 3 hours, and you make like 30 grand. You make much better money. It's more intensive than simply grabbing an item and selling it, but you make 30 grand. And you get a lot of experience. You get experience in wood cutting, and you get experience in tailoring. Alternatively, you can grind the unending spawns of bandits for, I suppose, I think I did it for half an hour, and I got like 1,000 in coins. If you have the kukri that gives you the occasional bit of bonus money, then you can make a bit more, but it's pretty rare. And you will get plenty of combat experience. So the first 4 stats there. Whatever you specialize in, you'll get some experience there. Well, defense is only if you get hit a lot, but still. Um, you also get items which you can break down or sell, getting you either scrap or more money. So, those are 2 ways of grinding. An alternative would be, I guess, making those potions that I mentioned, the major healing potions, the 40 health ones. In total, it's a 20 per dose. Making those and selling them could make you a fair chunk of cash too. In theory, anyway. Artisan orders. Lizard skin, 5 grand. Oak, 3 grand. Troll skin, 6 grand. Merc crawler skin, 8,000. The skin of a crawler, once human but long ago turned into wild beast, but a silver mirror witches. I guess they don't believe in the folklore if they're calling them witches, rather than silver mirror witch. Ah, help. The thief just ran off with my goods. I'll be ruined. What's going on? The thief stole from me and bolted behind that building. Please, you've got to help him before he gets away. It's awful. I'll help you. Spare calling lots of criminals in the city, that's for sure. Um... 25 defense. You've ought to out. You'll never catch me alive. Whoever said I'm about alive? He's actually... This dude is pretty tanky. Fucker. Jesus. I'm gonna have to give up on this for now. Waterway tradesman. Okay, that's padding.